My dear friends, I know we're still in COVID-19 times, things are still not easy, but the excitement, the passion, the beauty, the magic of Sukkot is in the air. I'm not sure if you can smell it. It's amazing. It just brings with it such excitement, enthusiasm. It's Zman Simchatenu, the time of our rejoicing. It's fantastic to see all the Sukkot being constructed here and across the world. The ingenuity of people putting up all sorts of Sukkot, as you can see behind me. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I'd like to share with you a story today, which I think talks to the heart of this holiday. It takes place in a small town in Russia, in the former USSR, in a town called Kazan. There was a Jewish family who lived there, and of course it wasn't easy to spread Judaism, to even promote that you're Jewish, to walk around as a proud Jew. And so they kept everything very quiet. Now the person who records the story, who tells the story, was a little boy at the time. And he recalls that every year on Sukkot, they would go outside, they had a small porch, and his father would construct this sukkah. He didn't really understand what it was at the time. And he remembers there being sort of these leaves as the roof. Sadly, years later, his father passed away, and now he was a working man. And he decided that he's going to improve the mitzvah. He's going to improve what his father did. Instead of having leaves, he was going to now construct a real roof, put up an aluminium roof. His father could only afford leaves. He was going to now upgrade the mitzvah. And so he did. Every year, he built this beautiful sukkah with aluminium roof, and he continued the traditions of his father. 30 years go by, and now Chabad has already moved in at the fall of the USSR. And this man, Dr. Adanov, was invited to a Chabad sukkah for the first time. As he arrived at the party, at the celebration, as he walked into the sukkah and he looked up, of course you can imagine his feeling when he saw that the roof was made out of leaves. And it was at that moment that it dawned on him that his father was not that he couldn't afford to put the proper roof. This must be the way the mitzvah is fulfilled. And he started to cry. The rabbi turned to him and said, "My dear friend, why are you crying?" And he told him the story. And he said, "I haven't had a sukkah for the last 30 years. I haven't been doing the mitzvah." And the rabbi smiled at him and he said, "You know what? Perhaps your sukkah was the most beautiful sukkah in the entire world." Of course, this made this Yid feel very special. But I think what the rabbi said was very profound. There's almost the body and the soul of each mitzvah. The body represents the technicalities, the details, and of course that's very important. We have to fulfill halacha, we have to build the mitzvah properly, we have to do it correctly. But there's also the neshama, the soul of a mitzvah. It's your connection, it's your feeling, it's how you feel connected to Hashem during the Chag. And for this Yid, no doubt, there was a very strong soul of the mitzvah. And so as we approach Sukkot, as we sit in our Sukkot, as we do the mitzvahs of Sukkot, let's remember, are we also feeling the soul of the mitzvah? Yes, hopefully we can construct Sukkot, hopefully we have a lulav and etrog, but equally important is to make sure that we feel connected to our Creator through this holiday. Let us build beautiful Sukkot in a sense of how we connect, how we feel that spiritual high, if you like, as we enjoy this Zman Simchatenu. And so, yes, it's COVID-19 times, but that should not dampen our spirits. That should not dampen the spirit of the mitzvah. If it's going to be different for you this year, that's okay. Things have been different for the whole year gone by. We did Pesach differently. We did Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur differently. And yes, we might have to do Sukkot slightly differently as well. But that will not break the spirit, the neshama of the mitzvah. It will not break the spirit, the neshama of the holiday. Just like that Yid, Reb Moshe, who celebrated 30 years of Sukkot with the proper roof, with not the actual schach. He had the most beautiful sukkah in the whole world. So too we will have the most beautiful Sukkot. May we all celebrate together. It might be virtually over Chol HaMoed, it might be no guests or small amounts at shul, but doesn't matter. We're here together. Our neshamas, our souls, as a Victorian community, as an Australian community, as a worldwide jury, we're all going to celebrate together. B'achdus, with unity, with joy, with simcha. Wishing you a Zman Simchatenu, a Chag Sameach, and only good things, health, beauty, joy. And please God, we can celebrate together. Yerushalayim Kodesh. May it be very, very soon. Chag Sameach.